And we're in the news. I'm talking us who practice media. And we've had some colleagues who work with modernghana.com who were tortured and subsequently out of the cells of the BNI and the national security apparatus. They've got themselves talking, and they claim that they were subjected to some electric shocks and torture, maltreatment by personnel of national security. But we've had some swift rebuttal since. Koji Jackson, good morning to you. And you've been reading the statement. What have they been saying?
Hello, good morning to you, Daddy Roro. It's great to see you. It's great to be here. And yes, indeed, there has been a very swift response from national security. Now, they insist that these claims by the journalist are false. They insist that torture is something that has no place in the administration of President Akufo-Addo. I'm not sure how President Akufo-Addo got roped into it, but national security have made that point that President Akufo-Addo had, his government does not tolerate torture. So this is the Secretariat of National Security responding to the claims and saying that the investigators did not torture the suspect, and that this is merely a claim by the suspect aimed at discrediting the investigation and the work of the investigators. So later today we'll be digging into this, and of course you'll be hearing from the individual who claims that he was subjected to this treatment. You'll hear from in his own words as he explains what happened to him while he was in the custody of national security, and while nobody knew where they were being kept. That is an important point to be made. But national security did not respond to the fact that nobody was informed, nobody was told of the location of the two individuals while they were in the custody of national security operatives. The Secretariat has not responded to that. So we've got a lot more to learn about this matter. We'll be digging into it this morning, no doubt about that.
Well, and all that and all the subject that have brewed regarding this very controversy. We also know that the coach of the Black Stars has always been in the midst of whether the Black Stars have been doing so well under his tutelage. I'm talking about the Black Stars. They play their last group game today, and it's a make or break for the Stars. If they win, that's good news for their own progress and for our own emotions and hearts as supporters of the national team, the Black Stars. But if they don't, well, I don't know. So we decided to invite Rosalind Amo. She's an experienced sports journalist with the Daily Graphic or the Graphic Group Communications, and she will be in the studio with Oroku Ampofo. We'll do some great analysis because also being the journeyman with the national team or covering them for this tournament is our own man, Benedict also. He's traveling with them along those great roads that leads them to Suez in Egypt. So we'll also be speaking to Coach De Graft on the line, and also on the line will be the experienced Anajima. Both of them are coaches. So that's a good thing about it. We'll have some technical knowledge and discussion on the subject, and then from our own perspectives, we'll try to look at how we can fare better in our last group game, which will take place today.
Yeah, make or break competition coming your way today when the Black Stars square up against the third and final team in their group. But later today, another make or break competition. Well, make or break for Mfantsipim and Swedru Secondary School, because as for St. Augustine's, we're definitely going through. It's a Mfantsipim School, St. Augustine's College, and Swedru SHS. Who are you putting your money on? And I've got to tell you, this is a bit of a grudge match in many aspects. Swedru Secondary School is the school that kicked St. Augustine's College out of last year's competition at the regional stage. So St. Augustine's didn't even make it to the final, to the nationals last year. But this year, they're squaring up against them and arch rivals. It's a Cape Coast derby, if you will, or a Central Regional derby. Arch rivals Mfantsipim School are the other school contending in this particular encounter today. It is perhaps one of the most anticipated encounters, and we will definitely be bringing you all the sights and sounds as our crew and our team who are on the ground on campus of the National Science and Maths Quiz will be bringing you all the emotions and the build-up and the excitement. And I've got to say, you know, the old students of St. Augustine's and Mfantsipim School are rallying behind their schools, their alma mater, to make sure that they make a positive showing in the contest. Although, I mean, I've got to say, this is a foregone conclusion. I mean, as for Augusta, action on what's saying. Wow. So let's not talk too much. Let's just start to bid Kwabuche farewell. Today, in their honor, I've worn something as close to their uniform as possible to give them a little bit of morale. This is the best they can get out of us today because they are losing.
Well, talking about how they can get going, it's because they have to get motivated. And motivation is what we bring you every morning. And Kojo is ready with some risky business titled Motivation this morning.